Hey guys, welcome to Booze and Hammer, where we turn this crazy rental into smart solar sanctuaries. I can't wait for you to join me on my journey, breaking down walls, busting out windows, and seeing it play by play. We're gonna drink booze, we're gonna do shopping, but I want you to join me in seeing this great project come to life. I can't wait for you to follow along. Are you ready?
Yeah.
How about something like that?
Yeah, something like that. Just
All
very,
right.
yeah.
Okay. It's been a minute, you guys. The last time I was on video was probably 10 or 11 months ago, and a lot has happened. So I thought we'd do an update video and show you how far we've come, what I've been through, a little bit of backstory, and maybe we'll instill a little bit of an inspiration with all of you. I don't know. But today we're going to talk about the Grant Madison condos and what they look like today, how far we've come, and what we've done. It's been a long story. This project has affected me physically, mentally, financially, and spiritually. It's been a love project that I've learned a tremendous amount from. A lot of people watch HGTV and they really glamorize what it means. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with HGTV, but really the purpose of our update here is to talk about the risks involved with being a realtor and being a developer in this market, what it does to you financially, and how do you have to prepare for that. What do you do with, we've had problems with supply chain, we've had problems, stress-wise. What does that do to you? What does stress do to you mentally? So let's talk about, what does it mean? What are the risks involved? What did I learn through this project that I didn't really even know that I was going to learn? One, we had to get loans. Getting loans and getting things collateralized. We had to get loans to get this project. We had to get permits to get this project. We had to get engineers to get this project. We had to work with the city, which I don't really have to talk too much about that. But that, dealing with government is tricky. Supply chain, labor, timelines, lenders wanting money right away, having to get extensions, having to get variances, having to ask for permission, making mistakes, and learning from those mistakes. I never even really knew what I was getting into until I was in the thick of it. It's a lot, I don't think people realize all the planning that goes into this and what's at risk. Coming out of it, I've learned so much. I know all about insulation now. I know what it is to tear down walls and to demo things and to deal with inspectors that are cranky and people that don't want to show up, or people, tragedies that happen in the middle of this. Look at how much I've learned through this process. And while it's been stressful, I've gotten an education that I wouldn't change for the world. But if you're going to go into real estate and you're going to be a serial entrepreneur workaholic, do your homework. Ask for help and don't be afraid to, which I'm still learning. But also surround yourself with people that you trust, because there's been people that I've brought on the project that they say they were going to do things, or made big promises, and it's made delays. We've had contractors, we've had permit delays, we've had structural things we've had to deal with that we've gone through. But that education in and of itself, I wouldn't trade for the world. One thing I learned is what stress and pressure can do to you physically and mentally. I guess I didn't really realize what it can do. When I'm stressed, I don't eat. When I have anxiety, I don't eat. And, this project has brought on tremendous amount of financial and mental, stress and anxiety. And so, I didn't realize how much that would affect me physically. I've lost 80 pounds in 15 months, and not in a healthy way. But I think, through this, I've learned what, maybe not to eat and what to eat and all that good stuff too. But I don't think we really think about how stress can manifest in you physically when you do something like this. So now that you guys are up to speed, where do we go from here? I want to bring you along. Here's the thing. I want to show you how far we've come. I want to show you these condos are ready now. Shit, these things are on the market right now. So when we originally started this project, we were going to do 3 units. But as a developer and an entrepreneur, you have to learn how to pivot. But the great thing is, these 2 units are beautiful. They are beautiful. So it was meant to be, and I can't wait to show you. All right, so I want to talk about my favorite things about these condos. First and foremost, it would be the windows and the almost 9-foot ceilings. But in the main floor unit, I have this beautiful faux fireplace that I'm going to be finishing with Italian tile and some German schmear. I know it sounds dirty, it's not, but it's going to be phenomenal. So I think the main floor unit, it's the larger unit. It's phenomenal. Just the vibe in there is great. Another thing about the main floor unit, it's 2 stories. So downstairs you have this huge primary unit with a wet bar, entertaining. Oh my gosh, laundry room galore. So that's the main thing about the 100 unit that I love the most. Upstairs, unit 200, you have this beautiful private space and a sanctuary where you can sit out that no one else sees. It's on the 2nd floor. You can see for days. We're near the bluff, and the energy out here, once we rebuild that, is phenomenal, you guys. Let's also talk about the 5-bay garage. So each of these units will have 2-car garages. It used to look like a murder garage. It's going to be redone. It's going to be fantastic. 2 full-size 2-car garages will be with both units. There's no other condo in town in this neighborhood that has that's new construction. So here's the thing. I'm on a deadline. I have notes to pay. I have loans that are due. So in the next 60 days, we have sheetrock that's mudding and taping. We have a house that's going to be painted exterior. I have flooring to do. I have painting to do. I have kitchens to do. I have bathrooms to do. I wanted to tell the story of that house. I didn't want that house to go to waste. It's beautiful. And so I saw this opportunity, and I came home, and the numbers panned out, and the numbers penned out, you know, and my husband was on board, and we went and got a hard money loan. And you know, 15, almost 16 months ago, you don't think that, you know, everybody says you're going to get this big pot of money, and you look at HGTV and everything's going to work out. Your supplies are going to be there. Your laborers are going to be there. You know, your timeline is going to be there. Everything's going to work out. And then it doesn't. And so you grasp, you know, we're kind of grasping for straws now. We have a deadline. You know, we think, you know, as a flipper or someone that's, you know, we're probably going to try and keep this thing. I don't even know if we're going to sell it. Everything's kind of up in the air. It's so fluid right now. And so we go into this project thinking, you know, we're going to hire a general contractor and they're going to take care of everything. And I just write him a check, and I can sit back and I can paint my nails and I can go on vacation and everything will be fine until it's not. And then what do? If this project doesn't implode, what are my future plans? Even if it works out, even if it doesn't, I don't think we'll ever do something to this scale. You know, I've learned that. I don't think we'll ever go this big in terms of like down to the guts on a 3,500 square foot project that's built in 1906. It would have been more financially prudent to knock the damn house down and build a new one. If it doesn't work, gosh, we'll lose a lot of money. We'll lose 2/3 of our rental portfolio that's taken me 15 years to build. That'll be really a difficult pill to swallow. I don't think that'll happen. I think, you know, future plans, I kind of just want to be for a while, you know? I just want to sit in some pause. I want to sit in some relief that I haven't. I have felt, and I said this to my husband the other day, I felt, you know, going into this super pumped, and I'm ready to be pumped again. And, you know, I went over there this morning and I felt pretty pumped because they're working on the fireplace and it's going to look beautiful. But I have felt hostage, and I'm ready to be released, and I'm ready to not feel hostage for a while. And that's what I've learned from Grant Madison and from being the work in progress that I'm proudly carrying the torch and carrying the label of being a work in progress, because I think life is about learning, and I think I've learned a lot in this life, and I've learned a lot in the last 16 months, and I wouldn't take back a thing.